everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here today because today we are going to talk about my May TBR. Today is 1st of May and I'm just now filming my May TBR, but last week was very busy, so this is what we are rolling with. This month we should be coming back to the TBRvatar game because in April we had a month off when I could read anything I wanted, like borrow from library and such. And now in May we should be getting back. However, there is this readathon I would like to participate in called Desertathon. This is how the board looks like. It's hosted by Bookish Buddies and there are 4 teams. And I thought, I just love participating in readathon, so I'm going to participate in this one this month. And I thought initially maybe I could combine the prompts from Desertathon and TBRvatar, but how this works, I knew it would give me already too many prompts because I would use D20 die. We have 63 spots, with the middle being the final spot and the prompt itself. With the D20 we would need at least 4 books, which is the best case scenario, and I would get 4 books from my TBRvatar, and I just thought it would be just way too much, too stressful, so I decided to go for this one. Also pick only books that I own for this prompt, so no library books, and just roll with it and see how that goes. So that's what we are going to do this month. I will link it down below the announcement to this readathon so you can check it out yourself. I will come back to the TBRvatar next month, I promise. I love the game and I can't wait to get back to it. So yeah, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Okay, so here is the board for Desertathon. I will use this guy, the one I usually use, to move around the board, so right there. And I will use this D20, so 20-sided die. So we will see how this goes. This could go great and this could go horrible. So as you can see on the board there are different colors, and each color represents a different prompt on the card, and you will see that just in a second. Yeah, and then the spot that doesn't have a color, that is like a desert, that's a wild card, so I can pick any color, any book I want. And I am in a team lion, and that means that sometimes I can roll again without choosing a book, so that's a great treat. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? Roll number 1. And that's 14, so we can just jump into 14 right away. We just missed the wild card, so we have 14, orange, and orange is, let me show you, orange is read a book with orange on the cover. Okay, I think that's doable. So for the book with orange on the cover, I picked The Ivory Key by Akshaya Raymond. This was in an Illumi Crate box, I think in January, and it is a YA fantasy inspired by Indian culture, so I think it sounds great. It is orange on the cover, yellow, orange, blue. I think that counts. I'm not sure what it is about, and I'm not going to read you now the blurb, but what I would like to do, what I think tells us all a bit more, is to read the first sentence and see, like, you know, just to get pulled in right away. We have a map like this, so it is definitely looks like map of India. But yeah, chapter 1, Veera. The dead boy's face was as grey as a cloudy sky moments before a storm. I think that's a pretty good first sentence of a book, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, there we go. The Ivory Key is the first book. So let's go for roll number 2. Roll number 2. And that's 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grey. And grey is read a book you recently acquired. That's easy. So now we need to pick a book that I recently acquired. For this, I will not pick a book that I got the most recently, but I did get the book in the last month. So I'm going to pick that for this prompt, and it's going to be Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This is beautiful Illumicrate edition as well. I think it is YA gothic fantasy, and I don't know, I just really like the sound of it. So many people on YouTube who read it loved it so much, so I'm really excited to jump on it. What it is about, we follow this girl, I think she's 17 years old, and she gets a letter from her uncle to come visit him in this mansion of his, but she gets the letter very late, so by the time she gets there, there is no one there. I think everyone is like, the uncle has died, and so she just explores the mansion herself, and strange things start happening. I think that's the gist of it. But again, let's try for the first sentence. The master of the house stands at the garden wall. That doesn't sound extremely intriguing. Yeah, I want to know about this master. Why is he standing at the garden wall? But yeah, we'll see. So Gallant is the second one. And let's go for roll number 3. Okay, roll number 3. 6. Oh, we are going really slow. I don't like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, so close to the wild cards. Damn it. 27. Orange. And orange is read a book with the warm word in the title. Okay, that's interesting. I will have to have a look at that. Okay, we've got read a book with a warm word in the title. Now this, at first, I thought it was very difficult, but I'm going to stretch it a little bit because I already started this book, and it's going to be Harry Potter 4. So this is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, fire being the warm word. I'm reading this in Swedish currently as a part of me studying Swedish. So I'm listening to the Swedish audiobooks, and that's the gist of it. That's book number 3. Let's go for roll number 4. Okay, roll number 4. Hopefully we'll get some higher numbers now. Come on. 17. That's very nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Again, just outside of the wild card. 44, red. And that's going to be... that is read a book with immortal beings. So we've got book with immortal beings. First, off the top of my head would be Sarah J. Maas books, but I don't own any. And so I was trying to figure out what book to read, and then I just looked at my bookshelf and I saw this book and I decided I'm going to stretch the prompt a little bit, and I'm going to count this book and this character as immortal being. It's going to be How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I believe this is a book about a guy who has a certain condition that makes him keep alive for centuries. That means that he had this love of his life, but since he has this condition, he basically survived her, and now he's trying to deal with that, I believe, and find love again. So again, the typical Matt Haig, read between the lines, pondering of life and meaning of life kind of book. I love Matt Haig's writing, so I'm really excited about this one. And it's quite a short one as well. And just let's read first sentence. Here it goes. I often think of what Hendrik said to me over a century ago in his New York apartment. Again, not something very intriguing. It is very interesting. I remember what he told me a century ago. That's quite interesting. Otherwise, we'll see how this goes, and I'm really excited. So, let's go for roll number 5. Okay, are we ready for roll number 5? Come on, come on. And we see it's an 8. I like 8. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 52. Orange. And that's reread an old favorite. So we've got reread an old favorite. and for this I'm going to be reading Full Maya by Dorota Nvotová. This is a Slovak author, this is written in Slovak, and I read this book twice before. I gave it 5 stars both times. This is a non-fiction story of Dorota, who got divorced and just was kind of lost in her life, so she decided to go to Nepal and trek the mountains and go to India and meditate. And I just absolutely loved it both times I've read it, so I want to reread it also because there, I think 2 years ago came out second Full Maya, and so I want to reread this one just to remind myself what happened in the first one, so I'm not lost in the second one all the way. So this is going to be my 5th book of the month. Okay, let's go for roll number 6. Hopefully our last roll, but we'll see. Anything can happen. Okay, and hopefully last roll. Roll number 6. It's a 3. And I think I will now use my Team Lion advantage and just roll again. And that you can see is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so finished. Last spot. Last spot is wildcard, so here I can pick any book that I want. Okay, we finished the board. It took 6 rolls to finish the board. And yeah, the last prompt is wildcard, so for this I picked In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, which is a thriller, and it is our Moony pick for May. So I'm going to be reading that. I have it in my Kindle. I know absolutely nothing about it, I just know that so many people loved it and it is a thriller. That's pretty much all I know. But again, let's go read the first sentence. Chapter 1. Now, your body has a knowing. Alright. That's oddly short and unspecific. So, that's the last book for Desertathon. You can see the stack here. The Harry Potter is more like on audiobooks. There's like 700 pages and it is audiobook, so I listen to it if I can while I work, or you know, when I do dishes, when I clean, stuff like that, go for a walk. So I think it's quite doable TBR actually. However, there are couple more books I need to get to this month. First of all, I need to finish Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. I'm about this far in, so I'm more than halfway through. I haven't managed to finish it in April, so I will try to finish it now. And honestly, I really enjoyed this one. It is set at sea, it is a lot about ocean and sea creatures and all this, and I absolutely adore it. I love this one. So this is what I'm currently reading and will try to finish very soon. And then, unfortunately, I haven't finished my book club book for March yet, for my Green Books for All book, which was This Changes Everything by Naomi Klein. I am 18 pages in, so almost not at all. This is a very hard read for me. It is very scientific, very dense with information, and very dense with very specific language. And it doesn't really flow very easily for me. So I'm struggling with this one a little bit. So I'm developing a different plan that I will try to read one section from this book every day, at least one section, and we'll see how I feel. Maybe I will want to read more, but at least one section every day. And the section might be 2 pages, might be 10 pages, but that's what I'm trying to do with this one, just to not try to, you know, put myself in a slump that this is very hard to read. But this is what I will try to finish this month for sure. And then the last book, this was supposed to be a book club read for April for Green Books for All. However, I didn't get to it. I just couldn't get to it, even though I tried. So it's going to be a pick for May. And it's going to be We Are the Weather by Jonathan Safran Foer. This is, Saving the Planet Begins at Breakfast. So basically it focuses on how we all can help with the climate change just by simple solutions at our breakfast table and such, like our individual choices. If we should read also first sentence from here, we have The Book of Endings. The oldest suicide note was written in ancient Egypt about 4,000 years ago. I don't know what that has to do with anything. But I'm sure we'll find out, and I'm really excited to read this one. So that's that. And that's all the reads I will be trying to read in May. You can see the pile here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 books. That is a lot actually when I think about it. I'm not sure I'll be able to get through all of them, but I will do my best and we'll see how that goes. My priority is to enjoy reading instead of hurrying through reading, because that's just not fun. So this is my priority TBR, I'm going to call it. And hopefully I'll get through all of them. We'll see. Let me know if you read any of them, and if you like them, what you thought about them. And let me know if you are going to be participating in Desertathon, what team you are joining, and what is your TBR for the month. And yeah, let's just discuss down below. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!